The heart of your team. The heart of San Diego. Valley Sports San Diego. The heart of a fan.
A walk-off victory with a 3-run home run for Seth Beer last night for the Arizona Diamondbacks. They walk it off in Game 1 and then celebrate from Chase Field. Opening week is presented by FTX, the official crypto exchange of MLB. Welcome you back to Chase Field for Game 2 of the series between the San Diego Padres and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres Baseball. Well, tonight, the Padres debut for Sean Manaea. Certainly the resume is outstanding with the Oakland A's and a guy that Bob Melvin knows quite well.
Time to bounce back for the Friars, as it was a heartbreaker last night. And what do you know? The veteran left-hander Sean Manaea is what the Padres are getting, and here's what to expect from the left-hander. He throws strikes. That's the big thing. In the Golden Green with Oakland, the starts in 2021, he grabbed the ball 32 times. That's a good sign. Around 500 and a respectable ERA under 4. Strikeouts, almost an innings pitched, right? Then the career, nice 50 wins with 41 losses. And once again, the ERA very respectable. You know what you're going to get every 5 days from Sean Manaea. And as you mentioned, Donnie, the Bob Melvin factor, it's a good guy to have, that left-hander who pounds strikes, keep the ball in the ball yard, and get some grounders for this defense.
On the other side for the Arizona Diamondbacks is Merrill Kelly on the hill tonight.
Yeah, he's a burn the saddle against the San Diego Padres, and they've got their work cut out for him because he is also a strike thrower. He works extremely quickly. They like him so much, they extended him for 2 years. Against the Padres, 7-2 record, 2.6 ERA. Look at that whip, just above 1. This is a guy who keeps you in the ballgame. That's why they like him so much.
Coming up, C.J. Abrams makes his Major League debut. There's a new kid in town. Bob Scanlon will explain when we return on Valley Sports San Diego. Petco, official partner of the San Diego Padres. By Jack in the Box, craving a home run? Well, root on your Padres so you can get a free Jumbo Jack with a large drink purchase today after the game. Now also on the Jack app. By UC San Diego Health, official health provider of the San Diego Padres. And by GMC. Back in the desert for Game 2 of the series. Before we get it started, let's check in with Bob Scanlon.
So much. Every year, scouting departments throughout Major League Baseball spend thousands of hours scouring the country for the top talent in the game. And the outcome of those decisions, especially with their top picks, can really determine the course of an organization for many years. Now, in 2019, the Padres put their hopes on the #1 pick of an 18-year-old infielder from Roswell, Georgia. And now 3 years later, all the hard work that went into making that decision seems to be paying off as C.J. Abrams is making his Major League debut for the Padres today at shortstop. Now, he's only had 2 years of professional baseball under his belt, but man, has he made the most of it. A .343 batting average in those first 2 pro seasons. And this spring training, he continued, hitting .324 and doing this, showing some signs of some power, but it's not just the bat. He plays a solid second base, solid shortstop, and what impressed Bob Melvin the most was his unflappable confidence, which is why Bob Melvin believes that today is the debut of a future impact Major League player. Well, the Padres will look to bounce back and get back into the winning column. Sean Manaea going for the Friars. Jake Cronenworth, Eric Hosmer, Manny Machado will all try to add some run support to him. Padres, Diamondbacks, first pitch coming up next, right here on Valley Sports San Diego.
Continues the San Diego Padres and the Arizona Diamondbacks. The roof is open once again tonight, and it's time for our weather report brought to you by HES Solar. 93 degrees outside and inside as well, 5 miles per hour. East northeasterly is the wind as the Padres and Diamondbacks get ready for the second game of this 4-game series. And it's time now to check out the umpires presented by FTX. The crew chief is Larry Van Olver. He is at third base with Dan Bellino calling the balls and strikes tonight. Sean Barber at first base, and Junior Valentine is at second base. Bob Melvin's starting 9 brought to you by Mozzie Heating, Air, and Solar. Leading it off for the Padres, and in center field is Trent Grisham with Manny Machado at third base. Jake Cronenworth is at second with Luke Voigt, the DH. Eric Hosmer at first with Jurickson Profar in left. Will Myers in right bat 7th. C.J. Abrams making his major league debut. He's at shortstop batting 8th. And Jorge Alfaro making his Padres debut, does the catching and bats 9th. On the hill is Merrill Kelly tonight for the D-backs.
And a tough customer against these San Diego Padres. We talked about him earlier. A nice ERA of 2.6, a 7-2 lifetime record. 4th season with the Diamondbacks. They liked him so much they signed him to a 2-year extension. Last season, 27 starts. Overall record of 7-11. Was a rough year all the way around for the Diamondbacks. He's looking for a good start. And after that win last night, wow, they got things going. Some dramatics downtown Phoenix last night.
Kelly ready to work to Trent Grisham, who was batting 9th in last night's order for Bob Melvin. He is back in the leadoff spot tonight. Of course, the lefty going last night in Bumgarner. Tonight it is the right-hander Merrill Kelly, and he's ready with the first pitch of this one. It's in there for strike one, and we're underway. Well, the Padres in their road sand pinstripe uniforms. Last night they had the solid brown tops. Grisham at 242 last year, at 15 round trippers last season for San Diego. There's strike 2.
You're going to get something to hit tonight, Donnie, with Kelly out on the mound.
Stays around that strike zone.
He most certainly does. Very rarely does he throw one down the middle, maybe early in the count. That's your one freebie. But he can hit the corners with the best of them.
158 innings last year, 130 strikeouts for him. And that was a close pitch, but a little bit inside. Really can't go by the record the way that he pitched last year. He was voted the most valuable pitcher by the Arizona chapter of the Baseball Writers of America. And you look at the numbers, you go, wow, he's 7-11. But you got to remember, this team, they lost more than 100 games, and really his record was not indicative of the way that he pitched.
They finished 55 games out of first place. They did not score a lot of runs. They did not do a lot of things right. Lower third, 15, 14, 13 in the rankings in offense. So as a pitcher, you're thinking, I got to throw a shutout every time I go out there. That's not the case, but he's got a pretty good idea what to do out there.
Well, the Diamondbacks are shifting here on Grisham on the right side. And he swings at the 1-2 and carves it foul to the screen.
A little bit of giddy up as well, 95. Last year his velocity was 92, 93.
There is the shift on the right side. Ellis, the third baseman, over on the right side. Only Perdomo on the left side. Two and two now to Grisham, and this is something that we saw last night with all the hitters going deeply into counts and trying to get the pitcher to drive up that pitch count.
They put on a clinic last night, didn't they? They were grinding out some at bats, some foul balls, working that count. Even the hitters that got down 0-2, 1-2 in the count, they worked it.
Swing and a miss. Striking out is Grisham. One down in the first.
Check out the action of that pitch. That's the changeup. Great arm swing, back-to-back changeups. That tells you that Kelly can make the adjustment. He bounced the one prior to that. That one was a quality strike in the strike zone.
One down on the first for Manny Machado. 0-for-3 in last night's game. Last season, a .278 average, 28 home runs and 106 runs batted in. The OPS at .836. Has been batting in the 2 spots so far in the first 2 games of the year. Interesting to see if Bob Melvin keeps a pretty standard lineup or whether it changes night to night like it has here for the last 5 or 6 years. There's been kind of a different lineup every night.
Yeah, I think there's going to be some matchups that will mix that lineup up a little bit. I don't think I think maybe 3, 4-ish, 5 maybe. Might see some regularity there, but who knows?
So far it's been Machado 2, Cronenworth 3. And Voit in the cleanup spot for the first 2 games of the season.
And you mentioned it in spring training, Don. You mentioned it last night. It's such a different dynamic without number 23 out there.
Changes everything.
Yep.
And we wonder about how selective Manny will be, because he's not going to get a lot to hit. And here he is in a spot 3-0. And he's swinging 3-0 and fouling it back.
So not to have Fernando Tatis Jr. in that lineup. Defensively, offensively, yes, it's totally different. But there's C.J. Abrams.
Ready for his major league debut. Exciting night for him. Had a great spring training. Has not played above Double-A. He will tonight. Swing and a miss, and it's a full count now. Went to the cutter that time. Pretty hard cutter.
Fastball, cutter, curveball, changeup from Merrill Kelly.
Machado basically straight up in the infield and the outfield. And going with the hand signals here to begin this game are the Diamondbacks, and that is strike 3. Wow. Machado knew it, takes with him the second strikeout from Merrill Kelly. 2 down.
See the pinpoint control on that four-seam fastball away. Watch the glove there of Carson Kelly.
Number 9, Jake.
Kelly and Kelly. It's quite a combo tonight. Right on the outside corner.
So 2 down here in the first inning brings up Jake Cronenworth. 0 for 2 in last night's game, the opener in the season. We'll take a look at strike 1. A couple of walks last night, getting on twice. And last year, 21 homers, 71 runs batted in. Lines it to left. Peralta is not going to get there. Drops in for a hit. And Cronenworth has a 2-out base hit. Just kind of serving that to left field, going the opposite way.
Well, that's what you need to do against Kelly. We know that he can dissect that strike zone with the best of them. In, out, up, down, back and forth with the off-speed stuff. So hit it where it's pitched. He wants it away. Catches outer third. Cronenworth stays inside it. Spanks it to the opposite field, and there goes the no-hitter.
So a 2-out base hit, and here's Luke Voit. 0 for 2 in last night's game. The DH once again tonight, and in an injury-marred season last year with the Yankees, 11 homers, 35 runs batted in. And as they did last night, they shift on the left side against him. Swinging at the first pitch tonight, a little different than last night, is to see how the Diamondbacks line it up on the left side. Virtually a wide open right side with the first baseman Walker holding on. Cronenworth at first base.
Really frustrating last night. 7 walks and only 2 runs. Padres just couldn't come up with that big hit with multiple base runners on.
Yeah, that one inning in which Bumgarner walked 4 in the inning. They only got the 1 run out of that, and it was Luke Voit. Ended up with a bases loaded walk, picks up the RBI. His first in a Padres uniform. He gets the arms out of the way and takes a pitch in. Sinker that didn't do much sinking. That's in there for strike 2, and it's 2-2. We're coming over from the Yankees mid-March. 7 doubles, 1 triple, 11 home runs. They missed 82 total team games, 4 different stints on the IL last year for Voit. Reaches out, pokes it foul down the right field line, out of play.
It will be interesting to see as Kelly goes into this game, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 6th, if he's in there. Likes to throw the first pitch fastball to get ahead, right? If the Padre hitters have that in their mind, if they see first pitch fastball, go to hacking. Then will Kelly make the adjustment and then start throwing the off-speed stuff early for a strike? So stay tuned to that. He does have a good feel for the changeup early on.
Boy, with a check swing, grabs some of the bat and fouls it off behind him.
See how good that last pitch is? It's in off the plate just a little bit, right? To where it entices the hitter to offer at it. Luke Voit cannot get to it. You'd rather miss on that side of the plate inside than the heart of the plate to where Luke Voit could send it on its way.
Merrill Kelly already with 21 first inning pitches, not out of the inning yet. With 2 down and a runner at first. Here's a 2-2 to Voit. And there's ball 3, full count. On the shortened 60-game season in 2020, Luke Voit was the major league home run leader He had 22 home runs. It was a career high for him. About to see the 8th pitch of this plate appearance with Hosmer waiting on deck. There are 2 outs here in this top half of the first inning. Jammed and he fouls it back and out of play. Cronenworth was off with the pitch. He's got to go back to first and he'll be off again. Nothing else. They've got Merrill Kelly to throw a lot of pitches in this first inning. His first frame. Payoff pitch again. And that is ball 4. So he works the walk. And with 2 outs, the Padres have runners at first and second. So another patient at bat for Luke Voit.
First baseman.
And another walk for Voit.
Eric Hosmer.
Cronenworth moves to second. 2 down, brings up Eric Hosmer.
Time for Eric Hosmer to shine against Kelly. He's got pretty good numbers here with a runner in scoring position and a runner at first. Last season, there you see the numbers in 151 games. He's hitting 346 off of Kelly for his career.
Batting with Cronenworth at second base, Voit at first, 2 down in the first. Hosmer had a hit last night, a double, as he takes a look at the pitch missing for ball 1. Arizona used 5 relievers in last night's game. A lot of work as Bumgarner did not go deeply into the game. Big swing and a miss there for Hosmer. Fastball a little bit up there at 93, but did not catch up. The numbers you were talking about, Mud, Merrill Kelly, 346 for Hosmer, including a couple of doubles, a home run.
Be nice to bust out in the first inning, at least with 1 run against a tough pitcher like Kelly.
Tops the 1-1 foul and finds himself down 1-2. Let's time now for the Callaway long ball. I told you he's done some damage against Merrill Kelly April 2nd of last year against Kelly. 198 feet away, 107.8 on the exit velo. Launch angle at 21 degrees.
You know, as I look at that swing of that home run, that was a fastball that was up, and Hosmer offered it a fastball up. Kelly just going up a little bit more out of the strike zone.
Hosmer will take strike 3. And the Padres will strand a pair as it turns out. Kelly ends up striking out the side. Sean Manaea will be taking the hill when we come back to Arizona. The first inning, Diamondbacks coming up in the bottom of the first inning, and we check out Torey Lovullo's starting 9. The Diamondbacks lineup is brought to you by Appliance Alley. And he's got Cooper Hummel leading it off the DH with Ketel Marte at second base. Carson Kelly's the catcher with Christian Walker at first. David Peralta in left with Dalton Varsho in center. Geraldo Perdomo back at shortstop. Pavin Smith in right. And the first pitch for Manaea in a Padres uniform's in there for strike 1. Sean Manaea coming over from the Oakland A's, where he pitched for Bob Melvin the last few years. And his resume tremendous as he comes in and adds to this starting pitching depth that the Padres have, and then some. He was 11-10 last year, 32 starts last year in an A's uniform, and still sporting the green glove.
Yeah. Anytime you can add a veteran left-hander that throws strikes and pounds the zone like Manaea, you're getting yourself a good acquisition. First time pitching here at Chase Field, but that shouldn't matter to the veteran left-hander.
He was as loose gets. We came to the ballpark with him today, and what a pleasure to meet him. We really spent a good time. That's about 20 minutes, I guess, getting over here, talking with him, and he did most of the talking. You know, it was great to really get to know him.
Very engaging.
Yes.
Great personality. And, you know, you think that pitchers that are starting that day, hey, stay away from me. Don't look me in the eye.
No, it wasn't like that at all.
But he actually initiated, right? He stopped.
That comes Alfaro, and that's going to be into the seats as we check out Sean Manaea's numbers.
He stopped, introduced himself, and he did all the talking, and he did the talking last season in 32 starts. He completed 2 of those starts, almost 180 innings, more strikeouts than innings pitched, and a very nice, respectable 255 opponent's batting average.
Inside to Hummel as that one gets away. Full count now. Said he grew up a Phillies fan.
Yeah. Valparaiso, Indiana, Indiana State Sycamore.
Three-two pitch. And that one jumps up and hits him on the foul tip at the plate.
Looks like it got him right in the neck, right side there. Yep, under the ear. Yeah.
8th pitch of the plate appearance coming up.
Sean said he wanted to be different than all his other friends, right? Cubs, White Sox, Cardinals,
Right.
Reds.
So you picked the Phillies.
I'm rooting for the Phils.
The cool experience pitching at Citizens Bank Park. That was great for him as well.
Yep.
No hitter on his resume. No hit the Red Sox. There's a chopper to the backhand. Abrams, first day in the big leagues, and it is picked on the other side by Hosmer. Nicely done by Hosmer. One hopper from Abrams. He was very deeply situated at short, and his first chance in the majors, able to get him at first base.
Very nice play on the back end, but let's start with the ground ball to Abrams' right. You know, we've seen that play before when they're deep in the hole and they utilize that hop rather than trying to throw it on the fly. That was a tough hop for Eric Hosmer, but he got down there, lowered the eye level, gloves it, and they just get Hummel. Nice play all the way around.
It's amazing how the ball finds you when you're out there.
Yeah.
Major league debut. Nice job by Hosmer to pick that. One down. It brings up Ketel Marte.
You know, it's nice now, Donnie. We can go down to the field, go in the clubhouse.
Yep.
Like a play like that in the years past, we weren't able to talk to players. Tomorrow, I want to go up to C.J. Abrams and say, hey, was that bounce by design? Is that what you were trying to do to give Hosmer a better look down rather than on the fly? So that's part of my homework for tomorrow.
Well, you got your work cut out for you tomorrow then.
Yeah. Nice play by the kid. He'll probably tell me, tell your story walking.
Well, I remember when he got drafted, he came to Petco Park, of course. You know, all the first rounders do. They always bring him in. And, you know, you think at the time, boy, he was young. He was 18 when he was there. And now here he is in the big leagues. And great to watch him tonight make his major league debut.
You made the point earlier, from Double-A to the big leagues.
Yep. So exciting.
Yep.
Love it.
Love it.
I think it's great. This one fouled back to the screen. Now, if Tatis were ready to go at the beginning of the year, probably don't see him this year.
Different story, probably. More seasoning in Triple-A. I've told everybody, and I think from the fans watching, CJ's ready defensively at the big league level. I think that was a given.
And offensively did very well during spring training. It is tough to evaluate players during the spring. As the 0-2 will miss to Marte. Grisham, the center fielder, over towards right center, gap in left center. And this one chopped foul over by the Diamondbacks dugout. They're housed on the third base side at Chase Field.
Nice.
And of course, we talk about the power alleys here all the time. It's kind of like Triples Alley out there, 413 feet away in right center and left center. Gets through, well, you're going to be running a while. Elevates and striking out is Marte. Minaya gets his first strikeout in the Padres uniform.
Using the whole strike zone, going up the ladder. You know, I think that breaking ball down kind of sets that up. You see that breaking ball down in the zone, and then you see a high fastball. Before you know it, bang, it's out of the zone. You've committed. Swing and a miss.
So 2 down here in the first inning, and Carson Kelly standing in for the D-backs. Their catcher 0 for 3 in last night's game, and he'll take strike 1.
Sean Manaea is one of those pitchers, Donnie, that in the first inning, if he gets that feel, he gets to cruising, watch out.
He's telling us he likes to work quickly. This is line to center. Grisham is there to make the catch. And it's a 1-2-3 first for Manaea. Good start in the Padres uniform. Scoreless after one. Back in Arizona. Now remember to enter the Saquon Scouting Report sweepstakes. Follow at Bally Sports SD on Twitter. Reply to tonight's Saquon Scouting Report with more or less using the hashtag Saquon Scout. Visit ballysports.com for full rules and details. The Padres averaged 8 hits per game last year against Arizona. If you think the Padres will get 8 or more hits in tonight's game, reply more. If you think 7 or fewer, reply less. It's on to the second as Merrill Kelly ended up striking out the side. He mixed in a hit and a walk and had to throw 28 first inning pitches. Second career time that he has struck out 3 in the first inning. There's a pop-up foul backing out of play. Last time he struck out 3 in the first. You got to go back to August 14th of 2020. And that also was against the Padres, and it was here at Chase Field. Diamondbacks have 3 on the right side as they are overloaded. There's strike 2 to Profar.
There's that changeup from Kelly. He's got a good one. He can locate it as well. Just not throwing it to get it over.
2 strikes. Drew Ellis, the third baseman, moves over to the right side.
Yeah, now with 2 strikes, Profar's got to protect, right? So if he whacks at something away, a lot of good range from Perdomo at short.
Fly ball, shallow right. Out is Marte. In is Smith, and it's Pavin Smith. Makes the catch. Some good communication as it turned out over there, and all smiles now because it didn't land on the grass. 1 down.
Right fielder number 5, Will Myers.
That'll bring up Will Myers. Quiet night last night. 0 for 4 in the ball game last night for Will.
See if you get the first pitch fastball located away. Try to drive it that way.
A little bit outside. They're sitting 7th of the order for the Padres. There is C.J. Abrams waiting for his first big league AB. There's a strike, 1-1.
Can't let a fastball like that go by. I mean, that's outer third. That's crushable. And early on in the count, you got to look for that number 1 and go to hacking.
Sinker that time, and it's 1-2. Actually changed up. Good drop on the changeup for Merrill Kelly. Struck out 3 in the first. Here's a 1-2. And a grounder up the middle, and it'll find its way to center field. Myers with a base hit. Second Padres hit of the ball game.
There you go, Will. Playing a little pepper. He got the fastball, and that one leaked over the heart of the plate a little bit. More than Kelly desired. And here's the kid.
Shortstop number 77.
First at bat in the major leagues for C.J. Abrams. His numbers from Double-A San Antonio. 42 games last year. And here he is in the big leagues. Had a great spring training, made the club out of spring training, and Bob Melvin told him it was his job to get going into spring training if he played well, and he did. Up the middle, and ranging is Marte. Flips to second for the force out, and they will get Myers there. Reaching on the fielder's choice is Abrams.
He's got some wheels too, scooting down that line. We saw that last couple of spring trainings.
Catcher number 38.
C.J. Abrams.
Jorge Alfaro.
So 2 down, he's at first, and it brings up Jorge Alfaro. It's his Padres debut in tonight's game. He also had a very good spring training, and the Padres at the end of the spring trading Victor Caratini to make room for Alfaro to be the number 2 catcher. Last year with 4 home runs, 30 runs batted in 92 games. Had a very good spring training. 417 average during the spring. Had 4 home runs and 12 runs batted in. Over to first and back to the bag is Abrams. Kelly was able to get 2 quick outs in the first, ended up having to throw 28 first inning pitches. This is pitch 38 of his outing. There goes Abrams. Swing and a miss for Alfaro, and the throw will be in time. He overslid. Gets to the bag, had a stolen base, but went past it. And the tag applied. So he had it stolen, but just could not stay on the bag. Face first at a face plant that came off. Scoreless. Scoreless as we head to the bottom of the second inning as Abrams caught trying to steal at second base to end last inning. As we take a look at the players on the field presented by Players Club at Valley View Casino. Profar, Grisham, and Myers across the outfield. Machado, Abrams, Cronenworth, and Hosmer in the infield, with Jorge Alfaro doing the catching for Sean Manaea. I will challenge you to find better moss from a battery across Major League Baseball than what we're featuring tonight with Manaea and his flowing moss, and Alfaro and his flowing moss. Tremendous.
You've been around. I've been around. We've seen a lot of moss in our day, and I tell you what, it doesn't even take a scouting report.
No.
I'm going out on a limb and saying the Padres lead in the battery moss.
Tremendous. The 0-1 pitch to Christian Walker. Headed towards third. Tough hop there, but backing off was Machado. Makes the good, hard, accurate throw in time to get Walker for the first out of the second inning.
Manny backing up a little bit to play that hop. And then the quick hands, the glove, and then the flip throw accurately over to first base for that 5-3 put out.
Left fielder.
Sometimes you charge that, sometimes you play it back. He chose to play it back.
So 1 out in the second brings up David Peralta. 8 homers last year, 63 runs batted in, and he's on 150 games last year for the D-backs. Fooled on the first pitch for strike one. That was the breaking ball.
He's got the 2-seamer, the 4-seamer, that slider we just saw, the sweeper, and then the changeup.
He's marveling at all the pitches that Yu Darvish features.
Yeah.
So want to chop down the first baseline. That'll be a fair ball. Hosmer's got it. Never running was Peralta.
Did he think it went off his foot or something, or did he think it was going to go foul?
I think he thought it was going to go foul.
Yeah, that ball definitely went over the bag. It looked like it hit on the white line beyond the bag. Let's check it out.
Didn't go anywhere. And Hosmer was there to make the play, tags the bag, and it's out number 2.
Yeah, that's a fair ball.
Yep.
Went over the bag. It may have landed foul, but that went over the bag.
So 2 down, 5 in a row, retired by Manaea. Varsho running up to show bunt, pulled it back, and took ball 1. Dalton Varsho 0 for 4 in last night's game last year. 11 home runs for the center fielder for the Diamondbacks. Part of their future. You got Varsho in center field. You got Pavin Smith in right, and it's kind of the direction they're going in.
Varsho is going to be your center fielder for the whole year for the Diamondbacks. That's been a known. Torey Lovullo said that he is getting the lion's share. He's going to be our center fielder. And you know what, Donnie, when you're a youngster and you're coming up in an organization, he's got some big league time from last year, but it's a pretty good feeling, isn't it?
Absolutely.
When you're dubbed that from your manager, you're going to be the guy.
That is ball 4, and the first walk allowed by Manaea. Well, when Padres pitchers canine, your canine or feline wins. If the Padres strike out 9 or more batters in a game, Petco members can visit participating Petco locations the next day and score a free dog or cat toy with an eligible purchase. Visit petco.com/PadresK9 for details. 1 strikeout so far for Manaea. A 2-out walk to Varsho, and here is Geraldo Perdomo. The shortstop for the Diamondbacks. And he takes a look at strike one. Perdomo 0 for 2 last night. 85 games last year spent in the minor leagues, 2 classifications, AA and AAA. Crank foul down the right field line, out of play. First time Perdomo's been on an opening day roster. Did play in 11 games in Arizona last year in 2021. On the ground towards shortstop, Abrams will flip to second base for the force out. That will end the second inning. Play 2 from the desert without a score. The third inning back at Chase Field in Arizona. Craving a home run? Root on your Padres so you can get a free jumbo jack with a large drink purchase the day after the game. Now also on the Jack app. We head to the third inning, and Jorge Alfaro is going to lead it off for the Padres. And a very good spring training for him. He was at the plate when C.J. Abrams last inning was caught trying to steal. Actually did have stolen base stolen, but slid past the bag.
That would have been nice, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
Major league debut, a stolen base.
It went face first into the dirt.
Yep.
Not help matters at all, but went right by the bag. So Alfaro with a clean count here. And he'll take strike one. A curveball to get it for Merrill Kelly. Fouls it straight back, 0-2.
See CJ on the bench there, looking out at Kelly, trying to get every advantage of watching him pitch to Alfaro and the rest of these Padre lineup.
Alfaro making his Padres debut. Seen quite a bit of him over the last couple of years with the Marlins. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out. Strikeout number 4 for Merrill Kelly, and the first out of the third inning.
He's got the changeup working. We mentioned that already. He broke it out in the first inning. And look at the location where Carson Kelly is set up. Look at the glove, and that's where it ends up, even a little lower, which works to the advantage of the right-hander.
So 1 out here in the third inning, second time through now for Merrill Kelly in this Padres lineup, with Trent Grisham getting his second look. His career against the Diamondbacks, 29 games, got 7 doubles, 4 home runs against the D-backs. Grisham a strikeout victim in the first inning. He went swinging as they shift on him on the right side of the infield, and the recipient of strike 1.
There's that first pitch fastball.
There's the shift. Perdomo, Marte, and Walker, at least until there's 2 strikes, and then usually Drew Ellis, third baseman, will make his way over. Better than 35,000 here last night for opening night. Not nearly as much for tonight's game. A lot of the upper deck is emptied out, but still not a bad crowd on this Friday night from Arizona. Swing and a miss, down to one knee goes Grisham. And with that second strike, there goes Drew Ellis. Switches places with Perdomo.
More range on that left side with the shortstop Perdomo.
Just missing inside. You know what's really cool?
What's cool, Donnie?
Is being on the ballpark on the road to see that shift in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It kind of helps you out a little bit, doesn't it?
It does. Last year I'd have no idea
Yeah.
he was on the right side. No clue. 2-2. And that is strike 3 as Grisham is struck out for the second time tonight. It's 5 strikeouts for Merrill Kelly, 2 down.
Well, what I've noticed tonight, they're in this short time as we are in the top of the third inning and the Padres have hit, they've let some fastballs go by. I mean, you get a fastball in the zone, you should be hacking, be aggressive at it, at least foul it off, give it a shot to try to at least get another hack at it.
You know he's going to be around the zone.
Yes.
I mean, that's,
yep.
We've seen that plenty of times.
And granted, you know, Trent Grisham may have that changeup in the back of his mind, right? And then all of a sudden, the fastball outside corner.
Manny Machado, a strikeout victim in the first inning, went looking. There he is in the third now. 2 outs and the base is empty. Sharply through the left side into left field, a base hit for Manny. Third Padres hit of the night. This one comes with 2 down.
There's a 2-seamer sinker turned around with authority. 111 off the bat of Manny Machado. Oh, you can hear that
Second base
all the way to Peoria. This ball is squared up.
Two down Machado at first base, and Jake Cronenworth getting his second look at Merrill Kelly. Singled in the first.
Let's see if he gets a first pitch fastball and he goes to hacking.
And there for a strike, and there it is, the fastball right out of the gate. He does not go to a hacking or whatever it is you say.
Yeah, go to hacking.
No.
Yeah.
He took it. 19 games against the D-backs. His numbers last year. The season series. Over to first, and Machado is back safely. Widens that lead a tad over there. Cronenworth swings away, and there's a fly ball to center field. Varsho backpedaling will make the catch for out number 3. 2.5 in the books from Chase Field in Arizona without a score.
Padres and Diamondbacks still locked at 0. Sean Manaea going out for his 3rd inning of work. And one thing we know about him is that he loves to use his fastball. 61% of the time he used his fastball last year. That was the 2nd most in all of Major League Baseball, but especially with 2 strikes. 42% of the time with 2 strikes, he used that fastball up in the zone. That was the most among qualified starters last year in all of Major League Baseball, guys. And we've seen him use it so far tonight. In the first inning, the strikeout to Marte, fastball up. The last out against Perdomo last inning, also a fastball up in the zone. He's used it 67% of the time tonight on the fastball, and 9 of those 14 fastballs have been up in the zone. So yes, he can throw down, but he doesn't mind finishing guys up in the zone late either, guys. It's been fun to watch. Fastball command. Don Mudd, back up to you.
Again, I love his pace. I mean, he
Right?
gets it and throws it.
I love it too, and I feel like we saw more of that in spring training out of the entire pitching staff. And I don't know if that's a Ruben Niebla influence. We'll have to ask him about that, but I don't know if you guys noticed it, but it seems like everybody has been on a very quick pace, and especially Manaea tonight. Get it ready. Your defense is going to be sharper behind you, right?
Absolutely, Scan. And I even noticed Darvish last night was working a little bit more quickly early on.
Fly ball headed to right field. Myers got kind of a late break, but he has time to recover and does. Makes the catch for the first out of the bottom of the 3rd.
And on cue, as Bob Scanlon was talking about so eloquently, 2 strikes, the high fastball prior to that last pitch, another high fastball, hence the easy fly ball to right field for Manaea.
1 down in the 3rd. That'll bring up Drew Ellis. 0 for 2 in last night's game. Bats out of the 9 spot for the D-backs. Total of 28 games in the big leagues last year for Ellis. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Padres in a shift on the left side. Hosmer is well off the line at first base as well. Ground ball foul over again by the Diamondback side of things. And now a quick word from Fixato.
In today's world, supporting your community means supporting your local businesses. Fix Auto Collision Centers wants you to know that they're locally owned and operated. Call or click to find a body shop near you.
Ball and 2 strikes to Drew Ellis with 1 out here in the 3rd. Slaps it foul off to the right. I think that went into the radio booth where Greg Schulte and Tom Candiotti are, I believe. We've had nothing up here. I don't think I've ever had a ball up here before.
It's been a long time.
1-2 pitch. And that's going to drop in there for strike 3. Manaea picks up his 2nd K, 2 down.
Mentioned before that Manaea, he can throw that ball where he wants to, out in. Remember, we talked about him in the game open. Into righties with the fastball. He wanted this one away, but Alfaro gets to that one, frames it. Clearly catches the inside corner for the called 3rd.
So 2 down here in the 3rd. And here is Cooper Hummel, 2nd time through now for Manaea. Goes to the breaking ball and misses. Now he calls that a slider. It is showing up as a curveball, but
really?
I guess it's just because of the sweeping that is fooling people into thinking it's a curveball, but he calls it a slider.
Yeah, we talked to him on the bus, right?
Yeah, he said,
hey, what do you got working? 2-seam, 4-seam, slider, and a changeup.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going with slider.
But curveball keeps popping up. And
we got the inside info.
We know what it is. It's just sweeping. I mean, it looks like it could be a curveball because of the sweepage.
And you know what? He could probably change the depth on it as well.
I guess.
I know Bob Scanlon was talking to Bob Melvin before the game about it.
What do you got, Bob?
It's interesting. He's been working on that off-speed pitch for several years, and it was more of a traditional curveball, right? It was slower, and then they wanted to speed it up. So actually, a couple of years ago, he started to work with Randy Johnson on that slider to try to speed it up a little bit. So the velocity has gotten a little bit better, but it still has that good depth, right, guys, on a breaking pitch. But although you'll see it on some of the analytic sheets as a curveball, as you said, he likes to call it a slider, so a slider it is. But it is harder than it used to be.
Swing and a miss, and back-to-back strikeouts for Manaea. A 1-2-3 third. We've played 3 from Arizona without a score. As we head to the top of the 4th inning back in Arizona, well, remember the MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to Petco Park. Buy and manage game tickets, unlock offers, access exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Top of the 4th inning, some Friar fans here in Arizona as the Diamondbacks shift on the left side on Luke Voit. Gets his 2nd plate appearance. He walked back in the 1st inning. It's the only free pass handed out by Merrill Kelly so far. The DH again tonight, as he was in last night's game. Ball away, evens a count of 1-1.
You notice Kelly, like Manaea, when they miss, the times that it's by design, it's not by a lot, right? I mean, there are guys that are all over the map. Kelly and Manaea have got a pretty good idea on how to locate and miss on purpose.
So far, so good for Manaea. 43 pitches through the first 3. He's got 3 strikeouts. He's walked only 1 in his Padres debut.
Overthrew that one. You can tell just from his mechanics, trying to put a little extra into it, a little oomph. No pitch count tonight, huh, for the Diamondbacks, going with the traditional signs.
Looks like the Padres are not. Manaea has been going pretty quickly. He loved the whole idea and was looking forward to using it tonight. Payoff pitch. And it's fouled back to the screen. I guess it comes down to whether or not the pitcher feels comfortable with it at this point.
I think it's going to take some time.
Yeah.
You see the advantages. I mean, even Sean was saying, you know, a guy fouls a ball off, right, and he's coming back to the plate. Bang. Catcher can give you the sign.
Right.
You ground out to short. Next guy is halfway to home plate. Bang.
You got it.
You got it.
Yep.
Got to go.
Full count to Voit. Seems to find his way into a lot of these deep counts. And a swing and a miss. Strikes out this time. So he went to the changeup to get him, and that is 6 strikeouts now for Merrill Kelly.
Wow, Woogie has got the changeup working tonight. This one's right down the middle. Starts right down the middle, down and in, ends up. You see how far out in front, try to stay back. Can't do it. There's something about Merrill.
Now 1 down in the 4th inning. Derek Hosmer struck out looking in the 1st inning. He's got one of these 6 strikeouts that Merrill Kelly has posted so far. Kelly strikeouts, 3 on changeups, 2 on fastballs, 1 on a sinker. And a big cut there and a miss for Hosmer. Has him down 0-2.
Now you got to go to work. Now you got to protect. Shorten up. Think the opposite way. Try to fight it off if it's inside. He wants it in the dirt. Curveball in the dirt.
Rounds it foul over by the Padres dugout. They're housed on the first base side of Chase Field. Hosmer 1 for 5 so far to begin the year. Skips in for ball 1. Home-plate umpire Dan Bellino needs some new baseballs, so that point brings him out to him. They fly through baseballs anytime.
Oh yeah,
it's the dirt, out of the game it goes.
Yeah.
Line to center field, and Hosmer gets a base hit. Well, he got down on the count, but comes back, and on that cutter lines one into center field. A 1-out single for Eric Hosmer.
Well, he battled and took advantage of a Kelly mistake.
Left fielder.
Unlike Merrill Kelly.
Profar.
Tries to expand the strike zone. This one catches too much of the plate. He saw Carson Kelly have to reach up, elevated on contact. That's right at the belt buckle, and he spanks it to center field for a base knock.
1 out, 1 on, and it brings up Jurickson Profar. Flied out to the right fielder Pavin Smith in the 2nd inning. And getting his 2nd look at Merrill Kelly, who now works from the stretch. They shift on the infield to the D-backs. As that one almost hits Profar. They shift, but they keep it on the dirt of the infield with the double play scenario in order on that right side. 12 games last year for Profar, 370 average against the Diamondbacks. Enjoyed the season series. Merrill Kelly last year 7-11 with a 4.44 ERA. Was the best pitcher on the staff last year for the D-backs, and time was apparently out as he stopped. Backing out was Profar. Close pitch, called a ball. Six strikeouts for Kelly. He's walked only 1 and was back in the 1st inning. A lot of walks allowed last night by Diamondbacks pitching, 7 altogether, as a soft toss over to first. And Hosmer back to the bag, held on over there by Christian Walker. Inside again. Zipping that fastball in down by the knees.
Trying to jam him. Keep that ball on the right side. And he can fight something off with all that real estate on the left side.
He's done it a couple of times to Jurickson Profar is waiting on deck. Will Myers, here's a 3-1. And a swing and a miss. Coming in again. And now the 2 strikes. Ellis, the third baseman, will move over to the right side to get involved in that shift. It's pretty much what the Dodgers do on a regular basis. Justin Turner moving over to the right side with 2 strikes. Runner goes in Hosmer, and a foul ball off the bat of Profar.
Trying to stay out of that double play, possibly. The ball hit on the ground. Mike Schilt, third base coach, flashing the signs given by manager Bob Melvin. There's Mike, former Redbird skipper.
And that is ball 4. So that's the second walk allowed by Kelly, and now the Padres have runners at first and second with 1 down. Brent Strom, the pitching coach, coming out. We'll see him for the first time tonight.
Well, second time around for Will Myers. Maybe a little scouting report, refresher course from the Diamondbacks pitching coach. Might see a first pitch breaking ball right here. Second time around, as I mentioned, for Will Myers.
And now a quick word from Kia.
At the plate, right field.
Presenting Kia's lineup of exceptionally capable all-wheel drive SUVs.
2 on, 1 away, and Will Myers standing in. Myers with a single to center field in the second inning. He's got one of the 4 hits the Padres have put together against Merrill Kelly. Really got 2 on with 1 out.
Fastball in. Wow.
Like Schilt jumping over that. Broken bat, foul ball. And Myers is going to need a new twig.
A little stickum, a little rosin, ready to go.
Is that bat gray?
It is.
Seeing that correctly?
It is.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Will using some different bats this year. Last season in this spot hit at 261. 6 home runs with runners in scoring position. 2 on, 1 away, and an 0-1 to Myers. Nothing else. Merrill Kelly has had to work hard in this inning. He's up to 72 pitches and has already had a visit from his pitching coach in this inning.
You can see what his MO is right here. 2 sinkers in a row, trying to get a ground ball to the left side to turn to, keep it on the ground.
23rd pitch of the inning is not going to count. Time was out. That was the second time that the timeout call's been very late.
Okay, he went through with the pitch. He threw a breaking ball. Do you throw another breaking ball here, or do you mix it up? Because Will Myers watched that pitch.
I mix it up.
Do you mix it up, throw a different pitch?
Yeah. What do you do?
Yeah, they're using the pitch com this inning.
Chopped foul outside of third.
Saw Carson Kelly pressing some buttons on that wrist of his.
Merrill Kelly going for a little stroll in behind the mound in the midst of a meeting with himself. As Carson Kelly gave him the sign, on the wrist.
Look at it. You see all the pitches right there?
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Swing and a miss, and Myers strikes out. 7 strikeouts for Merrill Kelly, and there are 2 outs here in the 4th inning.
consistently pounding inside with the two-seamers early, hoping to get that grounder for two, and then puts them away with the changeup. And we've heard that tune a lot tonight from Kelly. There's the changeup again for the swing and a miss.
2 on, 2 down, and C.J. Abrams in his major league debut grounded into a fielder's choice in the second inning. That was caught trying to steal.
How sweet would it be for the kid to get his first major league hit here, driving a run?
Takes ball 1. Kind of surrounded the plate but missed on the breaking ball. On the ground towards shortstop, Perdomo will tag the bag at second base and end the inning, forcing out Profar. Padres can't score. 3.5 done without a score. The 4th inning, it's time to take a look at our Charmin Ultra Strong stats. Career against the Padres. Well, it always seems like Ketel Marte and David Peralta doing things against the Padres, and these numbers really back it up. 317 for Marte, 311 for Peralta. The OPS, extra base hits, I mean, it seems like they're always on, and that combination really has done some damage against the Padres.
You know, I look at these two Diamondbacks, and tonight, Ketel Marte batting second, Peralta fifth. I would almost think that you'd want those cats back to back, maybe, right? Not split up as much, but I can understand managers thinking. I mean, obviously, Torey Liddell knows more than I ever will. So that's why he's got them batting where they are in the lineup. But, you know, back-to-back threats like that seems like it would be an offensive weapon as well.
They got them split up with Marte batting second in the order, and then you get Peralta in the 5 spot in the order tonight. Marte struck out swinging in the first inning. 3 strikeouts for Minaya so far on the evening.
Last night they had Marte 2, Peralta 3.
This is driven to deep center field. On the run is Grisham back towards the wall, and Grisham will run it down. Nice running catch from Trent Grisham. He just went and got it in that vast outfield in left center field, back by the 413 marker. He runs it down.
Catcher, Carson Kelly.
Good first jump off the bat. This ball is scalded, and you can see where he's playing on the first base side of second base. Hauls it in at the track, makes it look easy.
So 1 away in the 4th. Where he started, where he ended up, I didn't think he was going to get there, but he did. As he was swung around towards right center field when he started.
Yeah, and shallow.
So a nice running catch by the Gold Glove center fielder Trent Grisham for the first out of the 4th. And our second look at the plate at Carson Kelly. Back in the first, lined out to center field, 0 for 1. In the air, but out ahead, foul. A long way down the left field line. It's time for the Kia player profile. 2021 MLB leaders, lowest ERA by left-handed pitchers. Minaya 5th on that list. Robbie Ray on top. As a swing and a miss, and striking out is Carson Kelly. Strikeout number 4 for Sean Minaya.
We got ourselves a pitcher's duel going on right here. Change up from Kelly, change up from Minaya.
First baseman.
Away off the plate.
Christian Walker.
Very nice.
6 in a row now retired by Minaya, who has 2 down here in the 4th inning, and dealing with Christian Walker. Grounded out to third base in the second, 0 for 1. For 4 to begin the year is Walker. It's the arms out of the way, and it just missed in.
Straighten him up with the fastball, maybe go down and away right here. Or you can double up. Always keep him guessing.
It fouled off, and it's 1-2. Six in a row retired by Manaea. This next pitcher will match the number on the back of his jersey, 55, the double nickel. Fouled off, and we'll do it again, 1-2. What number did you wear?
55.
That's right.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's not retired.
Yeah.
How is it available for somebody else to wear?
It's amazing. It really is.
It's incredible. Matt Strom, of course, wore it the last couple of years for the Padres. They just hand it out. Is 55 available? Oh, it's very available. The 1-2. Swing and a miss as he elevates, and that is back-to-back Ks from Manaea. 5 in all. Another 1-2-3 inning for him. He has retired 7 straight in his Padres debut. Nice catch by Trent Grisham. Scoreless through 4 from the desert. Your San Diego County Toyota dealers, we make it easy. By FTX, proud sponsor of opening week. FTX, the official crypto exchange of MLB. And by Sequan Casino, make it home and stay in a one-of-a-kind Padres suite. Sequan Casino Resort, make it yours. 5th inning back in Phoenix, Arizona, where the Padres and Diamondbacks are scoreless. Game 2 of the series. New pitcher for the D-backs, J.B. Wendelken, into the game. Combined
to go 4-3 with 2 saves and ERA of 4.33 in 46 games between the A's and the Diamondbacks last season. You can see the combined numbers. Fastball, slider, curveball, and a changeup. Mid-90s on that fastball.
A liner into right field, opposite field hit for Alfaro. And a good start to this 5th inning for San Diego.
Time to get it going. Now the top of the order. Trent Grisham has struck out twice. Run around. Let's see if they swing early now that there's a new pitcher and they get that fastball. Alfaro got it. Took it the other way.
Center fielder. Trent
nice swing
Grisham.
by the Padre catcher.
Lead runner on for the Padres for the first time in this game. And good way to start the 5th inning. Order turns over for Trent Grisham. You mentioned the 2 strikeouts. Both of those for Merrill Kelly against Grisham. 1 swinging and 1 looking.
See if he tries to lay one down here like a drag or something maybe.
They're shifting on the right side on Grisham. Perdomo, Marte, and Walker holds on. Alfaro at first base. And there for a strike, 1-1. Grisham 1 for 6 so far to start the season. Merrill Kelly leaves the game after 4 innings, 4 hits. No runs. He walked 2, struck out 7. Fly ball headed to left center field, shallow for Varsho. And now over is Peralta, and he'll make the catch. So Peralta moving over and handles out number 1. No advance for Alfaro at first base.
Third baseman, Manny Machado.
Here comes Manny Machado. If you're not good, they don't boo you.
That's right. You know you're good when you're booed,
yeah.
right?
I want to be booed when I come here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Don Orsillo.
So Manny gets booed here. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
That's what you want. Struck out in the first, single to left in the third. Base hit in the third, his first hit of the year. 1 for 5 so far for the Padres third baseman.
Now's the time for Manny to do some damage. Send one on its way. 2-0 right here. 2-0 Padres.
Lines this. It's picked at third. That was a shot, but Ellis reels it in. 2 down.
Well, nothing you can do there, Manny. That's a hang with him. Another ball squared up.
Second baseman, Jake.
Just like the last time up when he singled through the 5.5 hole. This time, unfortunately, right to Drew Ellis, the third baseman.
2 down in the fifth. And Jake Cronenworth coming up here. Alfaro with a base hit to begin the inning. He's still at first base with now 2 down. Strike one to Cronenworth. And it is that first pitch fastball at 95. Padres have been taking that first pitch fastball quite a bit. Good pitch, but called a ball. 1-1. Tambolino calling the balls and strikes tonight, the home plate umpire. Foul back, and it's 1-2. Baseball is back now through April the 11th. Customers can score free MLB TV at T-Mobile.com/MLB. Cronenworth 1 for 2 in this game. Single to left field in the first inning. Fly to center in the third. J.B. Wendelken first out of the bullpen for the Diamondbacks in tonight's game. He warmed up in last night's game but did not get in. Of the 5 relievers, Torey Lovullo ran out there. And Madison Bumgarner only went 3 innings his first start of the year. Back to the mound. Wendelken, little stutter, but he's there, and he'll flip to first underhanded to end the inning. Halfway through without a score from the desert.
Of the 5th, and Sean Manaea on the hill. He takes the mound for the 5th inning of work, and we talk about him swinging and missing as far as throwing to the hitters. Well, let's take a look at StatCast, powered by Google Cloud. We talk about swings and misses tonight, 7 of them. The sinker up in the zone. Bob Scanlon was talking about that earlier. 2 strikes up in the zone. The curveball down. You know, you change that eye level and then change ups away to the righties, into the lefties. 7 swings and misses on those pitches. The sinker, the curveball, and the changeup. Tonight for the left-hander, Sean Manaea. He's twirling a gem.
David Peralta leads it off for the D-backs in the inning and is the recipient of strike 1. Peralta grounded out to first base in the second, 0 for 1, and Manaea back out there, 57 pitches deep into his outing. There's strike 2.
Paint. 90 at the knees, outside corner.
Peralta on a check swing, and he did elevate that time.
And there's that fastball up. You know, think if you're a hitter, Donnie. I know you can rake, right? You're a hitter. Okay, you're in the batter's box. You see down, down, slider down, fastball. Okay, now 2 strikes. You got to really protect, right? Now you see that high heater. That's tough to lay off. You're going to offer at it.
Fly ball hit well to right field. Myers headed back. He's going to stay in the yard, and Will makes the catch in front of the warning track. That ball just died. Must have been towards the end of the bat, is my guess. Either that or it just blew the call completely. I thought it was hit pretty well.
I think he was maybe out front just a little bit off the bat. I thought it was going to go deeper than that.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you, partner.
Okay. So 1 out.
Boo! Don Orsillo. Boo! That means you're good.
I don't know. That was not a good call. I had a really good feeling. That was hit pretty well, and it really wasn't. Here is Varsho, who lifted foul down the left field line out of play. Varsho walked in the second inning. Chops one towards first. Hosmer plays the high hop. Manaya's there, and he gets a foot down. Right in front of Varsho, right at the arrival of Varsho. And that's out number 2.
Hustle over to the right side. Gets him by a full stride. Get out of there. Peel off to the fair side as Hosmer gloves it, and then the good feed for the 3-1 put out.
2 down here in the 5th. 9 in a row now retired by Manaya. Geraldo Perdomo coming up now. Grounded into a fielder's choice in the second inning. Getting his second look at Manaya. Shows bunt, pulls it back, takes strike 1. Taps it foul over by the on deck circle. Now a quick word from Jack in the Box.
Pop my $5.99 classic and spicy 50-50 popcorn chicken combo. Order on the Jack app today.
2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. In a scoreless contest in Arizona. Flared foul off to the right out of play. Going back to the signs here by hand, it appears. In the air to shallow right. Ducking back is Hosmer. Hosmer will make the catch in fair ground. That'll end the 5th. We're headed to the 6th inning without a score from Chase Field. Boyd, Eric Hosmer and Jurickson Profar featured in the 6th inning, and more J.B. Wendelken. At least to start the inning. He started the 5th and is back out there for the 6th inning. There is action behind him in the pen for the D-backs. Voit has walked and struck out swinging in tonight's game.
When is he going to run into one, Donnie? Luke Voit.
Tried to run into one that time.
High slider.
Drops in there for strike 2. Back-to-back sliders from Wendelken. Start off Voit here in the 6th inning. That'll get away. 1-2. Mentioned Wendelken was with Bob Melvin and the Oakland A's for part of the year before coming to Arizona, and back with the D-backs this year. Evens up at 2-2. Well, step up your pregame routine with The Rally. Your favorite athletes and the top insiders in sports bring you an all-new experience. Watch The Rally every weekday on Bally Sports San Diego. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Luke Voit. That was 0-2. It is a full count now to the Padres DH. Eric Hosmer, then Jurickson Profar here in the 6th inning. And that'll be strike 3. Voit thought he had ball 4. Gets the bad news from Dan Bellino. Strikeout number 1 for Wendelken in the first out of the 6th inning.
You know, according to Pitch Tracks, this is a strike. It's a slider. It's a hanging slider, a backup slider. He wanted it down away, but a nice frame job by Carson Kelly on the full count slider.
Torey Lovullo out there to make the change. Wendelken able to strike out Voit. He goes an inning and a third. Back to the pen go the Diamondbacks. Will step aside in the midst of the top of the 6th without a score. With 1 away, we head to a new Diamondbacks pitcher. It's everyday Ollie. Oliver Perez is into the game again after we saw him last night, back in there again tonight.
Everyday Ollie, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a rubber arm. He's pitching in his 20th Major League season. We saw him last night, as you mentioned, Don. Last season, only 5 games. He has fun out there. I mean, he's been around the block many, many times. And you know what? He's that lefty. Oh, my gosh. I remember the kid when he made his debut. How time flies. But, you know, he can get that one out. He can face that one lefty. I think he's a valuable asset for the Diamondbacks bullpen.
Well, just 5 games last year. Into his 2nd game this year. And Eric Hosmer batting with 1 out, bases empty in a scoreless game. And Hosmer lines this one to right field. In for a base hit over quickly as Pavin Smith to get it back in. And a 1-out single for Eric Hosmer, his 2nd hit of the night, and he was 2 for 3 in this one.
Wasting no time on the first pitch. It looked like the sweeping breaking ball. Lefty on lefty. To the pull side.
Left fielder, Jurickson Profar.
That breaking ball just kind of rolled up there.
1 out, 1 on for Jurickson Profar. Switch hitter turns around, bats from the right side here against the left-handed Oliver Perez. As Hosmer was headed in the other direction initially, but does get back to the bag. Made the good adjustment. In the air to left field, struck pretty well. Peralta going back, looking up, it is gone! Jurickson Profar, it's a 2-run home run, and the Padres take a 2-0 lead. Line drive home run off the bat of Jurickson Profar. And a bat flip about halfway down the first base line.
Talk about turning on a fastball. There's the big hit that the Padres were looking for last night. They got it tonight now to get on the board. The 2-run shot from Profar.
A line drive home run for Profar. Now Myers will ground one to short. Perdomo is up with it, and that is out number 2.
Well, we talk about the fastball tonight from Merrill Kelly. We talk about it from Wendelken. How about the fastball outer third at 89? Got extended. Got to the outside part of the plate, to the pull side. Cuidado.
C.J. Abrams batting with 2 down in the inning. And he'll take a look at a strike over the outside edge. 3rd plate appearance in the major leagues, making his major league debut tonight. He's grounded into 2 fielder's choices. Seem to be baffled on that delivery that time from Perez, not expecting that at all.
Yeah, kind of bailing on that one, on that sweeping breaking ball.
Abrams hits one in the air to right field. Pavin Smith back onto the dirt of the track to make the catch in front of the wall. C.J. Abrams gives it a ride, looking for his first major league hit, but Pavin Smith back there to make the catch. But Jurickson Profar hits a 2-run home run to left field that gives the Padres a 2-0 advantage as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning in Arizona. Sean Manaea, as a member of the Oakland A's, no-hits the Red Sox April 21st of 2018. His first no-hitter on his resume. And a great resume that he is. Now a member of the Padres and into the bottom of the 6th inning at Chase Field in Arizona, where he has just received 2 runs of support finally, and the Padres have a 2-0 advantage. He deals with 8, 9, and 1 in the Diamondbacks order, and there is strike 2 into Pavin Smith.
That is pitch number 68 for Manaea. Bob Melvin said before the game he's good for about 90 tonight.
Trying to grab that outside corner, but misses. 5 strikeouts for Manaea. He has walked 1, and yes, has not allowed a hit to this point of the game. Padres are in a shift on the right side. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Pavin Smith. Strikeout number 6 for Manaea.
Half a dozen for the left-hander, and he went to the changeup. Lefty on lefty. It doesn't matter. He can throw it in, he can throw it out. That one drops off the table. Got some depth to it. Good fastball, arm swing, changeup grip for the swing and a miss.
That is 11 in a row now retired by Manaea. And here is Drew Ellis for the 2nd time tonight. Ellis will hit one a long way down the line in left, and that ball will be a foul ball. Had the distance, but kept bending foul.
Right size, wrong shape. Out in front of it, just enough.
Wow.
Strike 1.
Cranks it foul the other way down the right field line out of play. It's one of those where it's kind of over the pole and you got to look up to see where the pole would extend. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not buying that, are you? It's like you need a pole extender down there, you know?
Yeah.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Wow. Elevates to get him. Back-to-back Ks from Manaea, 7 in all. And the second time Ellis is down by way of the K.
It's the Sean Manaea show and the Profar show tonight. The 2-run shot, and chalk up another high fastball for strikeout number 7 for the left-hander. He's not lighting up the radar gun, but it's setting up that 91 up with the stuff lower in the zone for the strikeout.
4 of his strikeouts with the sinker, 3 on changeups. And Cooper Hummel will take strike 1. Hummel in the top spot in this Diamondbacks order. The DH has grounded to short and struck out swinging. Manaea has worked at a very rapid pace all night, getting it, throwing it.
Yep.
And his Padres debut. Grounded off the side of the mound, kicks out to Cronenworth. Throw to first in time. Manaea is through 6 without giving up a hit in Arizona. 2-0 Padres. 7th inning. I want to remind you to stream Padres baseball all season long on the Valley Sports app, presented by T-Mobile. Jorge Alfaro will be the first batter that the new pitcher for the Diamondbacks will face. Here is Sean Poppin.
Back-to-back nights for the right-hander. Came in the 4th inning last night. Inning in the 3rd. Zeros all the way across with the exception of 1 walk last season. There are the total numbers for Sean Poppin. Fastball, slider, changeup.
Alfaro from the number 9 spot in the Padres order. 1 for 2, a strikeout in the 3rd, a single to right in the 5th. Padres with 7 hits, Diamondbacks with none, and Alfaro 1 around, according to home plate umpire Dan Bellino. Center fielder Dalton Varsho over towards right center. Good sized gap in left center field. And a strike call to make it 0-2. So Oliver Perez, the veteran, comes in, goes 2/3 of an inning, gives up 2 hits, and allowed the 2-run home run to Jurickson Profar. Didn't walk anybody, didn't strike anybody out, and right now is on the hook for the Diamondbacks. Line down the left field line. That's a fair ball headed towards the left field corner. Alfaro is headed towards second base, and he will round it and pull it up. Got around second. Had the play in front of him and holds on with a leadoff double to begin the 7th inning.
2 hits in the number 9 spot for Alfaro, as this one is a breaking ball down. Inner third. He drops the head. Thinking 3. Hey, if there's a little bobble, why not? You can always put it on the brakes. The brakes work. Leadoff double.
That is the 2nd time he has led off with a base hit. Did it in the 5th. Never got beyond first base after his single. We'll see what happens here after a double to begin the 7th. And now a visit to the mound for Carson Kelly. And now a quick word from Saquon Casino.
Padres fans, surround yourself with everything you love about your team in the exclusive Padres Hotel Suite. Visit Saquon.com to book your stay.
A leadoff double for Jorge Alfaro has started the 7th inning for San Diego. Top of the order, Trent Grisham, his 4th plate appearance of this game. Close pitch, a little bit inside. Grisham, who struck out swinging in the 1st, struck out looking in the 3rd before flying out to left in the 5th. Last night batted out of the 9 spot. Tonight he leads it off in the top spot for Bob Melvin. Elevates, and Grisham kind of changed his mind in the middle.
Poppin working up in the zone. This guy is an extreme ground ball pitcher. 67%. Alfaro made difference on that one, elevating that pitch down the left field line for the double.
Shows bunt, pulls it back, and jumps back out of the way. Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
You got Walker backed up at first base, and get Alfaro over to third base and try to get in another run.
Love it.
Well, last night the Padres were able to take that 2-0 lead. They just could not add on. Prior to the walk-off home run by Seth Beer.
National Beer Day. How about that?
How about that?
Had the Padres crying in their beer last night after that one.
Do you write your own stuff, or no?
It keeps getting better.
That was pretty good. I
really.
wish I knew it was National Beer Day. I could have added it to my call.
I didn't know until after the fact.
I had nothing.
Yeah.
I don't bring a lot to the table in the first place, but
I'm putting it on my calendar now, April 7th.
I got to give Steve Burt to you. I heard his call. It was a great call. National Beer Day, and Seth Beer walks it out. It was really good. Yu Darvish, outstanding last night, 6 shutout innings. No hits. Here's the bunt bid back to the mound, and one play it's at first, and moving along is Alfaro to third base. So they are trying to get that run in.
Well, right from the get-go, Trent Grisham thinking along what he needs to do to try to add on to that 2 runs that the Padres got earlier on the 2-run shot. Getting him over to third base. Sac fly will get him in.
Brent Strom, the pitching coach, headed out to talk to Poppin. Was a sacrifice bunt credited to Trent Grisham. He gets Alfaro over to third base, and now you get Machado and Cronenworth. 2 tries here to get in that additional run for the Padres. Machado tonight has struck out looking, singled to left, and lined out very sharply the third baseman, Drew Ellis, in the 5th inning.
Well, it will be interesting to see how Poppin goes after Machado. Cronenworth, the lefty, on deck, but like I said, Poppin is a ground ball pitcher. Hey, if you walk Manny, it's really not the worst fate. If you go after Cronenworth, try to get a double play ball.
Last season in this spot, 344. Doing some damage, including 10 homers. We'll take a look at strike one. Infield in. About halfway on the left side. Almost to the lip of the grass on the right side. Machado takes a hack and fouls it straight back and is down 0-2.
So he's going right after him, trying to tie him up. First pitch was in, off the plate, called the strike. Trying to tie him up with that last pitch as well.
Alfaro gets his walking lead off third base. Started this inning with a double. Machado strikes out. Got him to chase. Slider down and away, and Manny goes lunging. He's out number 2.
Hard in, a sweeper away. That's a sharp breaking ball there. Wow. Ends up in the other batter's box. Tough pitch layoff with 2 strikes. That's sharp of a breaking ball.
2 down in the 7th, and Jay Cronenworth. And all of a sudden, they're going to intentionally walk him as he steps out. Call comes from the dugout from the Diamondbacks. So they're not going to deal with Cronenworth. They're going to intentionally walk him. The no throw kind. Those days are over.
Yeah.
Just got to let him know what you want to do. Free pass. Down to first.
First one of the year, right?
First one I've seen, yeah.
The no throw kind.
Of the no throw kind. Really, there is no other kind now,
no,
though.
There's
so,
not.
Yeah. First and third, 2 down. They'll go after Luke Voigt. The righty-righty matchup they prefer. Last season, this spot nearly hit 300 at 296. Takes a hack for strike one, and there it is again. That slider. It's a sweeping slider. It fooled Machado, and it has fooled Voigt. Goes around again, and it's 0-2.
Wow. I mean, if Papa doesn't have to throw him a strike, that's evident after the first 2 pitches.
Padres 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position tonight. 1 for 5 last night. So 1 for 9 so far in the year. And backing off is Poppin. It's away, and he doesn't chase this time. Inning started with Alfaro doubling to left field. The sacrifice bunt got him to third. Machado struck out swinging. Intentionally walked Cronenworth as his lead at first. Voigt hits a high fly ball to center field, playable for Varsho. Out there waiting, it finally comes down and he puts it away. Padres will strand a pair. 7th inning stretch, 2-0 San Diego. Have the lead as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's time for the top tier plays presented by Arco. Trent Grisham had to go a long way. Started in right center, ends up all the way back onto the warning track to make the catch. Back by the 413 marker. Sean Manaea loved it. One of really only close to being a hit that we've seen so far tonight.
Donnie made a great point because he was playing on the shallow side in right center field. A long way to go. Made it look easy on the end.
Ketel Marte leading it off. It's 2, 3, and 4 here in the bottom of the 7th inning for the D-backs. Marte 0 for 2. It's a ground ball to shortstop. Abrams has got it. His throw is good, and that's out number 1 of the 7th inning.
Smooth, that shortstop. Watch how C.J. Abrams gets in front of it quickly, working from the ground up, staying down out with the leather, get in front of it. Crow hop, throw that seed accurately to Hosmer.
One down in the 7th. Carson Kelly.
Where'd that miss?
0 for 2 in the game is Kelly. Lining out to center in the 1st. Struck out swinging in the 4th inning. Ground ball down the line at 3rd. That is a foul ball, and that was close.
That was close. Wow. How close was it? It was close.
Up and away this time. 14 in a row retired by Manaea. It's been a 7 strikeout performance in his Padres debut. He has walked only 1. Fouled off to the right, out of play. There is action in the Padres pen. 83 pitches right now for Manaea as he works with 1 out here in the 7th inning. On the ground to short, it's Abrams again. 2 down in the 7th. Both have gone to the shortstop in his major league debut.
First baseman, Christian Walker.
Comes Christian Walker. You said Bob Melvin said around 90 pitches, right?
Yep.
Well, this would be 85 with 2 outs in the 7th inning. 6 2/3 deep is Manaea. Popped up foul, backing out of play. They play for Walker to go the other way with the center fielder Grisham over towards right center. Ball and a strike to Christian Walker. Last year an 11-game winner. Worked out to be his last year with the Oakland A's. 11-10. ERA of 3.91. Made 32 starts last year.
Still getting those Diamondback hitters out in front, especially that last pitch right there to Christian Walker. Off speed, way out in front of it, fouling it down the left field line. See if he goes with the high heat right here. That's been the game plan.
Went up. Not chasing was Walker. Popped up right side. Hosmer moving back. So is Cronenworth. Cronenworth on the short lawn and right puts it away. Manaea is not allowed to hit through the first 7 innings tonight in the desert. It's 2-0 Padres. All right, thanks very much, Mike and Mark. And it looks like Manaea is done. As Bob Melvin went up to him in between innings, kind of patted him on the chest. 88 pitches. You had said earlier that Bob Melvin had told you around 90. So that's it. Despite the situation here, not allowing a hit through the first 7 innings, and he ends up retiring the last 16 Diamondbacks that he faces. And on the top step for the first time in this game. So it does look like he is done.
Absolutely. It's all about winning ball games and the well-being of your starters and your pitchers as far as pitch counts are concerned. It's a long season. Hey, you would love to go back out there, but hey, turn it over to the bullpen. Add on right here. Give him a little breathing room.
This is fouled off. He's got a no-hitter on his resume already.
Yes.
The Padres franchise have a no-hitter on their resume already.
Nothing wrong with a combined no-hitter.
Right.
So turn it over to the bullpen. 6 outs. Go get him, guys. But he was electric tonight. He was so good tonight.
Fun to watch.
In a rhythm.
Now the new pitcher, Castellanos, into this game. Humberto Castellanos.
Pretty much throws everything. Fastball, slider, cutter, curveball, changeup.
On the ground, that's a fair ball. It's been a good night for Hosmer. He's got his 3rd hit of the game. This is going to be a double right down the line for Eric Hosmer. 3 for 4 in this one tonight.
Hitting down on that last pitch. Looked like a breaking ball from Castellanos. It's worth another look. Yes, it's a high breaking ball. Nice level swing inside the pillow at 3rd. There's that leadoff double as the Padres try to add on.
If they were challenging here, what they were doing is Torey Lovello came out. The home plate umpire, Ambolino, walked over towards the dugout.
What, did he miss first base, they're thinking?
I don't know. Maybe they're going to appeal here. We'll see. He steps off and he will go to first base here to see if he did miss.
Oh,
and he did.
How do you miss first base?
Hosmer missed first base.
Holy smokes.
Bob Melvin wants to have this looked at.
I think he got it.
I think he did too.
I think his foot planted and then rolled and hit the corner of the bag.
So the umpire is going to get together now. Bob Melvin has requested a challenge, but they're going to talk about it first. Yeah, here we go. Now they're going to do the announcement. Our first chance at this.
I think it's the other angle that you look at where his foot plants and hits the corner of the bag. Oh, he got the bag. It looks like he got it, didn't it?
I thought he did. Right on the corner, I think.
Yeah, I think too. Yeah, you're right.
Because if he didn't, I'm pretty sure he would have gone back.
Yeah. Looks like he planted and then rolled a little bit where the instep of his foot caught the corner of that first base bag.
So we're going to have our first announcement here once they have gotten word as to whether or not he did touch first or not. Hosmer is hanging out around the bag at first. Larry Vanover is the crew chief. He will make the announcement. This new element we've been calling for many years since they put replay into Major League Baseball. Have it explained like they do in the NFL, NHL. It's like he's saying after review the call is overturned. He's trying to get the right wording, I think, as to what they want to do. All right, so he has indicated that Hosmer can go to second base and that he did touch first. For whatever reason, he didn't announce it. I'm not sure if it didn't work or what, but he didn't announce anything. He just pointed. So he touched first after review. It'll be a double.
At the plate, left fielder, Jurickson Profar.
Well, Profar coming up. He hit a home run. The Padres hit it out of the park, so you can get a free Jumbo Jack with a large drink purchase tomorrow. Now also on the Jack app. Go Padres. A double starts this 8th inning for Eric Hosmer. And now Jurickson Profar. Bunts it down the third baseline. It is a good bunt. Barehanded, picked by Ellis. The throw will get away. Here comes Hosmer. And the Padres will take a 3-0 lead. Heading for third base is Profar. Throw. He is out. Just kept going around second. Tried to get a couple bases on it, and he's thrown out at third base. Padres do get a run out of it, though, and take a 3-0 lead. The bunt bid there by Profar, and it is thrown away.
A perfect bunt. As soon as Hosmer saw the third baseman Ellis coming in, he is off. There's the error, and Profar is trying to get to third base. Ooh.
Now Will Myers will take strike one. So it is a base hit for Profar. Swing and a miss. And Myers is down 0-2. The error charged to Drew Ellis at third base on the throw. That allows Hosmer to score from second base. Ball and 2 strikes to Myers. 1 for 3 night for the Padres right fielder. Single to center in the second inning. And that is in there for strike 3. Myers knew it. Takes with him. First strikeout for Castellanos.
Shortstop, C.J. Abrams.
Here comes C.J. Abrams. 0 for 3 in his major league debut. He's grounded into a fielder's choice twice. Flied out to the warning track and the wall in the 6th. And it'll take ball 1. So a base hit and an E5 for Profar. No RBI on the play. Marchand, the center fielder, over towards left center. Gap in right center field for C.J. Abrams.
Got in on him there. You like that?
That was good. I like how you broke it down.
Got in on him.
It's good stuff. 1-2. It's gonna miss. Frame there. Looked like a pretty good pitch.
Yes, it did.
Didn't get the call. Gives Abrams another chance.
A lot of times after going in like that, the backdoor slider or something down and away to counter.
Up and away and a full count now. Alfaro waiting on deck. Two outs in the 8th. Padres have added a run and now have a 3-0 advantage. On the ground to third base, picked there by Ellis. His throw in time, inning over, but the Padres get a run, lead at 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the 8th. This is the knockaround moments of the game, and some incredible moments for him tonight, Bud.
Oh, the left-hander had it working from the get-go. In the first inning, he had 1 strikeout. He walked the batter in the second, and then he was perfect all the way through. All said and done, going up in the zone with the fastball. Some swings and misses, down and away as well. 7 strikeouts total for Sean Manaea. There's the congratulations for manager Bob Melvin. He's done that many times in the green and gold, but now he's twirling in the brown and gold. Thank you very much. Nice night in the big leagues.
Most Sean Manaea. In any inning, it was the first inning through 16 pitches in that first inning. It was the most that he had thrown in his outing in any inning. Ends up throwing 88 pitches. And tonight his limit really was 90, so he got there and walked only 1, but allowed no hits through the first 7 innings, and now hands the baseball off to Tim Hill.
So another left-hander, as Bob Melvin sticks with that. 78 games last season for Tim Hill. Opponent's only hitting .230 off the lefty. It'll be his 2022 second outing of the year, back-to-back for Tim Hill.
David Peralta will lead it off here for Arizona. 0-for-2 in this game.
So
grounded out to first and flied out to right.
So 2 lefties and then switching around to the other side for Perdomo. He's due up third this inning.
Swing and a miss for strike 1. And Manaea finished his outing by retiring the last 16 Diamondbacks in a row. Fights it off, foul over by the Padres dugout and beyond it. Last night the closer for the Padres was unavailable. Taylor Rogers is available in tonight's game. You may see him for the first time, depending upon if it is a save situation, which it currently is at the moment. Lined into center field, a base hit. That breaks up the no-hitter. David Peralta singles to open up the bottom of the 8th.
Well, Peralta doing a fine job of hanging in there lefty on lefty from the sidewinding hill. That just seems like it's all upper body. He just throws his hands, doesn't try to do too much, and flips it out there to left center field to break it up.
Lead runner on for the Diamondbacks here in the 8th, and Dalton Varsho takes strike 1. Varsho walked in the second, grounded out to first in the 5th inning. So the first hit for the Diamondbacks comes to lead off the 8th. Popped up left side. Manny Machado, even with the bag at third, will make the catch right in behind it. One out, one on. And Perdomo coming up. Grounded into a fielder's choice in the second, popped out to first in the 5th. Here he is in the 8th with one out and one on. Strike 1 as Hill starts off ahead. On the ground, softly hit but foul. Down the right field line, but headed foul. There's action in the Padres pen. Dinelson Lamet, who is up last inning, is back up again. Right now, it is Tim Hill with 1 on and 1 out here in the 8th. It's sharply off the backhand of Cronenworth into center field. Peralta is headed for third and staying at first base to be Perdomo. Hot shot. Cronenworth couldn't get to it. And all of a sudden, the D-backs have runners at first and third with 1 out.
That ball just ate him up. That is a tough play for any second baseman. Hit hard the one hopper, not enough time to get in front of it, and trying to the backhand. And because the ball was touched there by Cronenworth, slows it up a little bit, allowing Peralta to go to third. He never broke stride. Still got the double play in order.
1 out, first and third. Pavin Smith coming up. And all of a sudden, you got the tying run at the plate now for the Diamondbacks. Strike one. Of course, last night, Yu Darvish with his 6 innings without giving up a hit. 13 consecutive hitless innings by Padres starting pitchers is a franchise team record. No other team since 1969 has had 13 or longer from their starters to begin the season. In impressive fashion last night by Darvish, tonight by Manaea. First and third right now, though. The Diamondbacks trying to make some noise late, as they did in last night's game. He offered. A 1-2 pitch. Just away.
That's a tough pitch to lay off. The sweeping breaking ball just off the plate a little bit. A little bit.
Popped up. Back comes Alfaro. Mask on. Will make the catch. A lot of times you see the catcher discard the mask. He does not, and he makes the grab. 2 down in the 8th inning.
Concentrating on that high pop fly. No problem with the mask on.
With 2 outs and 2 on, Bob Melvin makes his way to the mound. Dinelson Lamet warming in the pen. And he's going to go get him. We got a pitching change. The Padres have a 3-0 lead in Arizona. Some noise late in this one once again. And the new Padres pitcher, the third of the night, is Dinelson Lamet.
Well, for the right-hander, Lamet, after making 50 starts to begin his major league career, worked in relief for the first time in 21. 13 appearances out of the pen and an ERA over 5 and dealing with some arm issues. But I tell you what, we all know this from watching Dinelson. When he is on his game, one of the best sliders in all of baseball. He's going to inherit a couple of runners right here. It's crunch time with 2 outs for Dinelson Lamet.
And he's going to face a pinch hitter in Seth Beer. We know what he did last night on National Beer Day. It's a walk-off home run off Craig Stammen. A 3-run shot at the time. Ended the ball game here last night in the bottom of the 9th.
Tell you what, that's no doubt a light beer right there. That's stout beer last night, and the Diamondbacks walking it off.
So first and third with 2 down. Here comes Seth Beer.
Number 28, Seth Beer.
His family looking on. They saw the magic last night. They want more magic tonight. Padres have other ideas. His numbers last year with Reno. Played an even hundo games. Peralta at third, Perdomo at first, 2 down. High fly ball to center field. Grisham with plenty of room will make the catch. That'll end the 8th as the Diamondbacks strand a pair. It's 3-0 San Diego. Sports presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Petco, official partner of the San Diego Padres. By Circa Resort and Casino. And by Templeton Rye, official whiskey of the San Diego Padres. On to the 9th inning back in Arizona. Padres have a 3-0 lead. Earlier, the 2-run home run by Jerks and Profar. All part of this 3-0 advantage, and a good night for Jorge Alfaro in his Padres debut. He is 2 for 3, a single and a double, and about to lead it off here in the 9th inning. Roberto Castellanos back out on the mound again for the Diamondbacks. He finished off the 8th and he starts the 9th. They had the closer Melanson up at one point in the pen for the D-backs. Swing and a miss for strike one. Well, it is a save situation at the moment for the Padres. And the Padres do have their newest acquisition and closer up in the pen, Taylor Rogers. Our first look at him. Fly ball opposite field. Pavin Smith is there and he makes the catch for out number 1. But I know as soon as the deal was made, you were looking at video of Taylor Rogers and you loved what you saw.
I've got to be honest with you. I was in my room and I heard the news. I go to YouTube and I was like, I said to myself out loud, wow. I mean, he's kind of a dart thrower, kind of a short armor, not a max velocity or max effort type guy, but he was hitting his spots, fastballs in, fastballs away, breaking balls where he wanted to, expanded those zone just by a little bit. I was very impressed. A lot of swing and miss stuff from that kid right there.
So we were excited to possibly see him tonight. We'll see. 1 out. And Trent Grisham, the recipient of strike 1. Grisham 0 for 3 with a sacrifice bunt in this game. The third baseman is Alcantara. He came into the last night's game. Sergio Alcantara into the game as Ellis was hit for by Beer to end last inning. For Beer fly it out to center field. Swing and a miss. That one by him. Fastball only at 90, but seemed to have a little giddy up on it coming in.
Kind of sneaky on you?
Yeah. Late life.
Yeah.
Full count now to Trent Grisham. With Manny Machado waiting on deck. Padres trying to add on to this 3-0 advantage in the 9th. Fouled off to the left out of play. We'll do it again. 3-2. Line to center field incoming as Varsho won't get there. Drops in for a base hit. A 1-out single for Trent Grisham.
Well, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. After a couple of strikeouts, a fly out, the sacrifice bunt. A safety to center for Trent Grisham. Would be nice to get a little insurance here in the 9th.
1 out, 1 on. Manny Machado is coming up. A base hit back in the 3rd inning. A 1-for-4 night. A couple of strikeouts for Manny in this game. Fouls it off down the right field line, out of play. Merrill Kelly was the starter tonight. Around for 4 innings in this game. He had 4 hits, no runs. Walked 2, struck out 7. Castellanos is the 5th pitcher used by the Diamondbacks. There's a grounder to 3rd. Alcantara with an out at 2nd, on to 1st, out there too. Double play around the horn, nicely turned. Ketel Marte, the 2nd baseman, getting rid of it in a hurry. We head to the bottom of the 9th inning with the Padres on top 3-0. Taylor Rogers coming in.
The left-hander acquired from the Minnesota Twins. Take a look at that arm angle, low 3/4. He's a ground ball pitcher. Last season, 40 games. Opponents hitting .247. Twirled 40 1/3. 59 strikeouts. There is a strikeout in the arsenal of Taylor Rogers. He is basically a 2-pitch pitcher. He's got that biting slider and a sinker. He's heavy on the slider. 54% of the time for Taylor Rogers.
Defensive change in left field for Bob Melvin. Jose Azocar will come into this game as he did in last night's game. He pinch ran in last night's game. Now he takes over in left field for the bottom of the 9th inning.
Bob Melvin said before the game that's going to be his role, so get used to seeing that late in the game.
Top of the order, Cooper Hummel to lead it off here for the Diamondbacks. A check swing grounder foul outside of 1st. So our first look at the Padres' new closer.
And you know what? He can touch 96 on that fastball. As I mentioned, not really a max effort type guy, but good arm speed from the left-hander.
On the ground to short. Abrams to the backhand, gets up with it in a hurry to 1st, and he's out! What a play! C.J. Abrams, he's in the majors now. Outstanding play from deep short. Made it look easy. Good pick on the other side by Hosmer. And they get Cooper Hummel for the 1st out of the 9th.
That is a big league play from the kid who played in Double-A last year. Welcome to the big leagues. And on the other end as well, Eric Hosmer, 2nd time tonight. On the short hop to 1st, just gets Hummel. And a standing O from his teammates.
1 down in the 9th inning. Brings up Ketel Marte. Hit sharply and picked at 2nd base by Cronenworth. 2 down. This copyrighted telecast presented by the authority of the San Diego Padres may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
Wow.
2 down in the 9th. And you got Carson Kelly coming up. This is an area that has been really good for the Padres the last couple of years. Of course, Kirby Yates, then Mark Melancon, and now Taylor Rogers trying to keep that going. With 2 down in the 9th inning, Carson Kelly takes ball 1. And you think of the great Hall of Famer for the San Diego Padres, Trevor Hoffman.
51. Believe it.
Two and 0. Profar with a 2-run home run. The scoring started finally for the Padres in the 6th inning. They would add a run, Have a 3-0 advantage with 2 outs in the 9th. Where was that? 3-0. Looked like a pretty good pitch.
I guess the inside corner doesn't count.
On deck is Christian Walker. 2 outs, though, here in the bottom of the 9th inning, and a 3-0 pitch. And that's in there for a strike right down the middle at 94. Taylor Rogers has 2 down, 2 very good defensive plays behind him. Foul back, and it's a full count now. So far, 2 hits all night for the Diamondbacks, and they didn't come until the 8th inning. David Peralta led off the 8th with a base hit. After 7 hitless innings from Sean Manaea, Tim Hill would give up the 2 hits. A single to Peralta, single to Perdomo. Rogers has 2 outs in the 9th. Here's a 3-2 pitch. He struck him out, and the Padres win. The first win of 2022 for the San Diego Padres. And their newest closer, Taylor Rogers, has a 1-2-3 9th inning. It is a shutout for the Padres as they win it 3-0 over the Arizona Diamondbacks. It is the 7th shutout at Chase Field all time for the Padres. The last time last year, August the 31st, in a 1-0 victory. But so impressive the first 2 nights in what should be the strength for the Padres this year. The starting rotation, Yu Darvish, 6 hitless innings last night, 7 hitless innings for Manaea tonight in his debut. The final, Padres 3, Diamondbacks 0. It's time for Mike Pomerantz. What's in store?